What up, my fellow Knicks fans? This is your guy Marcellus Ease, and don't panic quite yet. Now, beloved New York Knicks took a more conservative approach to the 2019 summer free agency, as certain circumstances that happened to Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving had kind of made the Knicks take a little step back. Kevin Durant, of course, is going to be coming off that Achilles injury, and it's going to be another year from now in order for him to play. And Kyrie Irving would have to then take the mantle of being the leader of the team for a year until Kevin Durant comes back. And Kyrie Irving, unfortunately, last season, he showed a little shakiness as far as being the leader of the team. So the Knicks will have to take these type of things into consideration. Also, Scott Perry and Dave Fizdale, in their media appearances before the free agency had hit, kept on emphasizing that, development and rebuilding is plan A, and only getting top tier free agents was going to be plan B. Now, had the Knicks in this situation have gotten Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, that means the tenure of Scott Perry and Dave Fizdale will rely on Kevin Durant coming back on 100% strength. And due to the Knicks' history, they don't have a lot of positive things to look back on with signing stars that are injured. You look at Amari Stoudemire, you look at what happened with us with Allen Houston. They even invented a rule called the Allen Houston rule as far as, having heavy contract guys that are injured. I mean, you look at Antonio McDyess, the list goes on and on with the Knicks, unfortunately getting bad luck signing big players. So, once again, James Dolan is getting the brunt of the blame, and it's not really on him. The Knicks clearly have made a conservative decision, and it's not just James Dolan. James Dolan actually wanted Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. He said that earlier in the season, kind of setting fans' expectations pretty high. But like I said, Scott Perry and Dave Fizdale, they kept on emphasizing on the rebuilding is plan A. So the Knicks were able to tool up in their free agency, and they were able to provide a lot of depth, especially at the power forward position. And, a lot of more talented players as far as certain skill sets, maybe shooting, defense. It takes a lot of the pressure off the rookies. Guys like Kevin Knox, RJ Barrett, Frank Ntilikina, even Dennis Smith Jr. They're going to have a lot of pressure taken off of them, because now we're going to have, a lot more guys that have skill sets like Wayne Ellington. He's a good shooter. Reggie Bullock, he's very good on defense. Bobby Portis and Julius Randle, when they go on scoring spurts, it's pretty big. So these guys can take a lot of the pressure off of the younger guys to perform at a higher level right away. This is one thing that kind of messed up the Knicks last season. They didn't have a go-to guy that could take some of the pressure off the rookies. They had, some of these, guys like Kevin Knox to come in and score at a certain pace. It just wasn't really feasible. Now let's look at the signees. As the Knicks, I believe, made a very good pickup in Julius Randle. Julius Randle played for the Lakers. Of course, he was, going through his maturation mode, but unfortunately, the Lakers, their vision was to get a star. So the Knicks this summer made a lot of smart decisions and added flexibility and depth to their team, as most of the players they signed have either 2-year deals, which is most of the players they signed got 2-year deals with a team option for the second year. So the Knicks are able to let these guys go if they don't see that they're pretty much a good fit. Julius Randle got a 3-year deal, and his last year is another team option. So the Knicks in the third year can let him go if they decide it's not a great fit. But I believe Julius Randle will probably be the best fit out of all these free agents that are signed. This guy is coming up. He was on the Lakers when the Lakers were already dysfunctional. This is going back to 2013 when Dwight Howard was on the team. A lot of upper management decisions didn't make sense for the player personnel. But by the time Julius Randle got drafted, he was able to still somewhat thrive in that as he was going through his maturation. And then Julius Randle went to New Orleans Pelicans last season for about a year, and he really thrived. And, a lot of games he had double-doubles. This guy can rebound. This guy can even, he's great on the assist. A great inside presence to take a lot of the pressure off of Kevin Knox and RJ Barrett as far as scoring. They don't have to take on that type of load. And even younger guys like Dennis Smith Jr., maybe he can focus more on passing, more on team defense, because now he doesn't have to use all his athleticism to make sure he drops 20 points a game, so the Knicks can actually keep up during the pace of the game, which happened a lot last season because we had lack of talent. Also, the Knicks also at the power forward position acquired Bobby Portis. This is a nice little temporary fix. Bobby Portis, he's never really been anywhere where he can fully develop and, somewhat become a more smarter basketball player as far as learning the game on a different level. He can score. He has very good scoring spurts. This guy can put up 20 points within like 25 minutes. But hopefully on the Knicks, he begins to slow down and start understanding the game on a different level. Like I said, the Knicks are mostly developing players. Who knows? Maybe this could be a good fit or not. Right now, it's really 50-50. Bobby Portis, he got traded last year to Washington Wizards, in which, he had a few games where he had scoring spurts. But like I said, he's a tremendous talent, but he's always come off the bench for a reason. So we'll see what happens. But like I said, there's flexibility with the Knicks. They got him. It's a 2-year deal with a team option for the second year. So the Knicks can get rid of him if it's not a good fit for the second year. So the Knicks also got defense at the shooting guard position with Reggie Bullock. He's a very good defender. He's up and down with the 3-point shooting. He played in Detroit and on the Lakers, but pretty much we got him for defense. And then the other half of him, we got in Wayne Ellington. We got him from Miami, same deal, 2-year deal with a team option the second year. But Wayne Ellington is a very good shooter. And that's pretty much it. These two guys are pretty much, it's almost like getting one whole player with two players. One guy is good on defense with Reggie Bullock. The other guy is really good shooter in Wayne Ellington. Now the Knicks with the point guard with Frank Ntilikina and Dennis Smith Jr., they kind of actually got another guy. He can control the pace of the game a little bit better than Emmanuel Mudiay and Alfred Payton. Another 2-year deal with a team option on the second year, so Knicks can get rid of him also if it's not a good fit. But Alfred Payton has shown flashes last season. He did get hurt and was out for a significant amount of time, but when he came back at the end of last season, he had a stretch where he was getting like triple doubles for like a week straight. Alfred Payton, he had like a little afro before, and it used to cover his eyes. He couldn't really see to shoot. It was really weird. But now he got his, haircut on point, and he seems more focused on basketball. And, this could be possibly a great fit as far as having depth on the team. Alfred Payton's the type of guy, he can give you like, he's not really a good shooter. He can give you like 9 points, 12 assists, and he's a decent rebounder. But as far as controlling the pace of the game, he slows down the game a lot because he played on a lot of slow teams like Orlando when he's down in New Orleans. That was the first team he played for that played at a faster pace. Like I said, you've seen the results of that. He had games where he had triple doubles, but he didn't have enough time to fit in with the team because he got hurt, I believe, for a 4-month period last season. But we'll see what he can do. Like I said, it's a 2-year deal with a 1-year team option. So the Knicks have a lot of flexibility. And then last but not least, the Knicks got Taj Gibson. Also at the forward position, we're providing a bit more depth since we lost Noah Vonleh. We lost Lance Thomas. And with Taj Gibson, he has a career average of 9 rebounds a game. He's an NBA vet. He has another 2-year deal, $20 million with a second-year option. This guy's a solid rebounder, solid defenseman. He does all the dirty work. So the Knicks provide a bit more depth this season. The Knicks are much more talented, and they take a lot of the pressure off of the young guys like R.G. Barrett, Kevin Knox, Frank Ntilikina, and even Dennis Smith Jr. And it's going to allow these guys to approach the game with a bit more poise instead of, having to come into these games because of the lack of talent playing catch up. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens with the Knicks this season. Like I said, we have a lot more depth, especially at point guard. That point guard situation, it's going to be nice because we have an athletic point guard. We have a point guard that can slow the game down, Alfred Payton. And then we have a defensive point guard or / combo guard, I would say, and Frank Ntilikina. But we also have Reggie Bullock, another lockdown shooting guard. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, the Knicks are headed in the right direction. Sometimes, the person that makes smart decision, it may not look sexy, but in the long term, you're like, damn, I understand why they made that move. Unfortunately, with the injury with Kevin Durant, it kind of derailed our plans to perhaps maybe even building a championship team next season. But unfortunately, like I said, the Knicks are changing the culture. James Dolan no longer has a monopoly on New York City basketball. So any mistakes that the Knicks make that leaves them stunted for years to come is really going to affect them because there's another team behind them that can get better and get the media coverage and, you know, just overall have that energy in New York City. The Knicks are headed in the right direction. Everybody be positive. Don't bite into the media hype, you know, because there are downfalls into taking Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving in this type of situation. We all know Kyrie is not going to lead a team of young guys to any type of promised land, or, you know, developing guys. And we know Kevin Durant is definitely going to have a drop off after having an Achilles injury at the age of 31. He's going to be off for a whole year, and then he has to come back, and he was one of the highest performers in the league. So he's going to have to try to come back to that status, which we all know is going to be a drop down. So you guys let me know what you think. I know it doesn't look sexy, but we're definitely in rebuild mode, and this is something we've never done before, but it has to be done in order to build a team for the long term that can compete year in, year out, deep in the playoffs. And if we get lucky with a couple free agent pickups, we put ourselves in a championship situation. So you guys let me know what you think. You guys stay safe. Peace.